The 52-week course is here. The best property education course ever created in the entire UK. It has been brought to you by me, an active property developer. 52 weeks of learning. Every single week you will receive a video on a topic about your property journey from A to Z. Once a month you get to meet up with me and come around my sites. And then on top of that, you get a monthly Zoom directly with me and the group to ask any questions that you guys need answers to. 52 weeks of the best property education in the UK today.
Think twice before you say, oh, I'd love to have 500 houses. No, it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
So if I don't feel that they should get 13k, they're not going to get 13k. Cries every time he looks at you. There's way more than £7,000 worth of work left in that property.
Daily gang, I am home. What a day it has been today. I was in Leicester. I was with Megan. We shot her house. Incredible. Back home now, back in the office. I have a Zoom call very shortly, going over a quote for a property down south that we need to start next week. So we're going to finalise that quote. And then I have 2 garden quotes that I need to go over, 2 gardens, 2 driveways on properties that are going to be finished in the next week. So that needs to be done. And then I have the dreaded paperwork, which not good at all. So do you want to actually hear some problems from the real side of property? Okay. So these are properties that are rented to private tenants. So we have a handful, I have a decent size of properties that are with tenants. Bedroom doors not closing. Gas meter issues, which obviously has nothing to do with what we can rectify, that has to be given out. Front bay is leaking. The boiler is having issues, there's no hot water, and then sometimes there is hot water, so we don't know where that's at. Bedroom radiator is not working, bathroom door does not close, light switch in the bedroom is not working, the extractor fan's not working, the kickboards are missing. All of these things, remember guys, get signed off before tenants move in, so these are what tenants have problems with later on. The downstairs toilet's leaking, the kitchen sealer's leaking, the bathroom radiator is leaking, the kitchen sink is leaking. Another one, extractor fan's not working, bathroom door keeps jamming, the tenant gets stuck in the bathroom. Cooker's not working, oven's not working, extractor fan's not working, 2 doors are not locking, bathroom door is jamming when the lock is locked but not when open. This is a different property, guys. You know what, we could go through that all day, every day, over and over and over again. These are the solutions. So all these get signed off, guys, literally signed off from the beginning before anybody moves in. The agents go around and check it themselves as well. So these are problems where tenants have caused issues. Now, being a landlord is not all it's cracked up to be. There is always problems, there is always things that's going wrong, and you have to just deal with them. It is what it is. You've got to look at the long-term success of this. 10, 20 years, properties are double, triple in price. Happy days. You know, everyone's a winner, but you will have these problems increasingly the more properties you get. It's just part and parcel of being a landlord. Now, when you've got contracts that you give to the council or housing associations or providers, these are usually full and repairing leases, and the issues, they don't concern you, nothing to do with you whatsoever. So that's good. You just get your rent and you just keep moving on and everybody's happy. But when you don't, these issues. Think twice before you say, oh, I'd love to have 500 houses. No, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. On to more positive news. I got the call from Rolex yesterday to say they have a very unique piece available. Would I like it? So, new watch incoming. I did say that I am not really interested in all that stuff at the moment, but anything that comes that's unique and is worth buying to add value, guys, I invest. It's my thing. So that happened. I also went to London and I met a lovely man who worked for Vacheron Constantin. It's a watch company for the ones that don't know. And they have something called a 222. It's a watch. He told me that I could be put down, the list was open, we're allowed to be added to the list. I got the text today to say the watch is there. 5 weeks after I put my name down. Said I would have to wait up to a year. That's outrageous. That's nuts. So that's some 2 things that have happened to me. And then we complete on a house next week, which I've been waiting to complete. And I want to show you guys this house. You've not seen it yet. We complete next Wednesday. So I'm excited about that. That's pretty cool. Other than that, everything's going well. Nearly 170 days of continuous videos on YouTube. Again, show me somebody else who can do that. But other than that, I'm happy. I'm smiling. Things are good. My Zoom is in like 3 minutes, actually. You can hear Cruzy. It's playing. You can hear the smiles laughing. Sorry, you can't see this. You can't hear the smiles. You can't see the smiles. You can't hear the cries. You can hear him laughing, and he's always smiling, that boy. Always smiling. So yeah, happy days, guys. It's been an amazing day. I'm really happy. My sourcing division have sourced a couple of properties in the last few days, which is fantastic. The boys are doing amazingly well. Thumbs up to them. Super proud. Super proud of all the guys that went down to Wales and took action. A bunch of new JV partners on projects that we're starting. So guys, appreciate you guys massively. Trying to grow. I am going to grow into the biggest in the country. Facts. Things are good. Things are on the up. Things look very rosy right now. And yet at the beginning of the year, they did not look rosy. It looked like it was going to be a bleak quarter. But you know what, guys? Positivity and just getting off your arse and doing shit actually helps. And this on Thursday, which to you guys is tomorrow, what an event this is going to be. What an event this is going to be. So yeah, guys, I'll catch you in the morning.
Daily gang, we are back in the building and it's midday.
But you've been here early?
You didn't come in till what time, Phil?
10 o'clock.
What time?
10 o'clock.
10:30.
10:20.
I was in from what time?
I want to say 8:45, was it?
Yeah, about 8:30. I've already shot some videos that need to go out with Ayush. We've been working, and I have a couple of breakdowns of property prices, what they've cost me in refurbs from start to finish. So we're putting together files on all of the completed projects with a complete breakdown, all the way from strip out, structural engineers, architects, building inspector sign-offs, and then full refurbs, landscaping. And I like to know the exact figure that everything has cost me. So this one, £72,185.18. Is there another one in here?
Yeah.
Can you actually put that one in a separate file, please? £39,674.42. Thank you very much. 42 pence. So that's what we're doing. Me and Kevin are going through that now and getting that sorted. I have a meeting in exactly 1 hour from now. We have the Property Connect tomorrow, which is insane. We're way over 120 tickets, I think, now sold, which is incredible. So that's really cool. It's his first time that he's going to be at the event, as in on our side and not a spectator. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to shoot to site after the meeting to show you a property finished. I'm here late. So you're going to see multiple things that I'm doing, but in a very short space of time. So every single thing I do today, I want Phil to pick up from now and put it in, put a little description of what I'm doing, so you can actually see how much stuff I do throughout the day. So right now, number one, signing off the 2 developments that are completely finished and getting them into the folders, and then organising the payments that I've made, and then opening the letters, filming, speaking, meetings, site visits, and sorting out the event tomorrow. So yeah, a lot to do today.
Let's go. What are we doing?
A collation of numbers and putting it all together. Love my new printer, by the way, guys. I know it's so minor. It's a small thing. I love my new printer. We're flying. We're getting everything done. We are moving 40 minutes away from our next meeting. Just had a meeting with my contractors. Did you get any B-roll of that, Phil?
I did, no, sorry.
Okay, so my 2 contractors just come in. They are going to take a look at 4 new projects that I have, with the potential of taking on 2 out of the 4 because they finished their last one. I snag it on Friday, so they're ready on Monday to start two new ones potentially. So that's a really good conversation that I've just had with them, and we actually had a really good conversation about finances. And then I've just clicked open my emails, and I have received this email. It is an invoice for works that are completed on a property, and on Friday they want £13,000 as the next drawdown. And just want to explain the reasoning that they want 13,000. We have used a different plumber on this job to our usual because of availability, so payment terms become different. Second fix electrics and plumbing are done on both, and all materials bar doors are on site. Biggest thing, we have delayed the start of the next private job extension 10 days because we wanted to get this finished. I know this isn't your issue, but will help us massively. 13k takes us to 45,500 received out of 65k contracts, which they feel is a fair representation of where they're at. Happy to chat if you're not in agreement, just say, because we definitely want more work, and we're prepared to reduce the number of private jobs on the books if we can agree further. Will be great to catch up with the back end of next week to have a look around everything. We've enjoyed the first one and hope this is part of an extremely fruitful relationship. So I will go to the project and assess if £45,000 worth of works are where they should be at, with a remaining £20,000 to be given. Top of my brain, I think about 8, 9 or 10k would be fair, but that's off my head. I haven't been there for a few days. So Danny's there now on site, so we will take a look, and then me and Isabella and Kevin will sit down. We'll assess all the works that have been carried out in relation to the payment of 65k, and we will see if that 13k is reasonable or whether they're just adding a little bit extra to keep in the pot. Now, I'm not saying that that's what that builder is doing. I'm saying that's what happens across the board. But as you guys have probably noticed recently, because I am so now on the ground involved, I've got all project managers out doing all different things, I get daily reports. Sometimes, so I get 2-3 daily reports, but as in 2-3 days, but I'm getting daily reports on some things now because, well, the project managers are doing what they're paid to do. Go and see the projects and see where they're at. And because things are moving so quickly, things are moving at a pace that every few days something different has been done or something's adding up. So again, guys, stage payments is the key to keeping your business there at all times instead of being in a deficit or underneath. And I like these contractors, they're really cool. But again, it's not personal, it's business. So if I don't feel that they should get 13k, they're not going to get 13k, and I'll give an explanation as to why I believe it's where it needs to be. So this job, like I said, is 65,000 for a full back to brick refurb. Now, I'll know from just seeing what Dan brings back today on photos, videos, and a breakdown, if we are up to 45,500 and if there is £20,000 works left. Now, you've got to remember, guys, if you base it that their profit after their wages will be about 20%, that means 13,000 of that 65 is profit. So 52 is where the real job is at. They might even have more than 20 and they might have 25%, but their wages are in there as well. So 52,000 is the real price of that job from my experience. Well, they'll be up to 45,000, meaning there's 7 grand's worth of work left. There's way more than 7 grand's worth of work left in that property. And that's how I base it. So I'm trying to explain it to you guys as simple, in simple terms, and as simple as possible, so you understand it and you don't make these mistakes that you overpay. So are they going to get 13k on Friday? We'll have to wait and see.
You have Mr. Daniel back in the building.
We do. Yes, we have him back in the building. Want to give me an update, please, mate?
Yeah, so I went to the first property. They wasn't on site when I got there. I've contacted the contractors. Somebody's on site now, and they've got 2 other jobs that have just come to a close. So they said now they can fill our job full of men and get this job over the line. I went over to the next one, and
The first one's earned, isn't it?
yes, yeah, and
I just
then
received an email from them asking for £13,000 Friday's drawdown.
okay,
So I need a complete breakdown
Yes,
of where
I'll-
that house is
yeah,
at, which
yeah.
you've got.
yes,
Yeah.
I've got
So-
pictures and everything as well.
Yeah, so you know what I'll do for the daily? I'll actually break it down
Yeah.
on the daily, on that table this afternoon, for what they want and
Yes.
what they've received, which I've just discussed with them,
Yeah.
and we can see if they're at 45,000.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then you went over to the lads with the drive.
Yes. So the drive, they're just doing the little finishing touches now,
Yeah.
cleaning it where there's been footprints and dust and stuff.
Is the stones and the shell now?
So no, so that's going down today. So
Okay.
all the chippings, it's chippings that's going down.
Chippings.
Yeah, that's going down this afternoon.
Okay.
They've got a bit of tiling left to do in the back garden, which the guys are on the way. They've got extra boys coming over today to help finish that.
Yeah.
One little thing he has advised on is the turf on the back garden. The suppliers that they use, the turf isn't great at the moment due to the weather and the weather we've had. He said, so when you roll it out, it's like a yellow colour, not green. He said his advice was, for now, maybe not turfy, let him topsoil it all so it looks clean. He'll come back and turfy when, you know, it's a good quality, but at least it's clean for now.
It won't be the same.
I did say that, but he's saying if you put that turf down, the colour of it, for what you've done to the garden, it's going to make it look a mess.
Can't you find another supplier who's got green turf?
I have mentioned that. He said he's going to have a look. I said, listen, I'll pass the message on
No, it's got to be done.
to Steve. But I did say, Steve, I know what Steve's going to say. He wants it to be done.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It needs to be done. It's
Yes.
not that I want it to be done.
Yeah.
Well, I want it to be done, but
Yeah.
it needs to be done. Got a
Yeah,
valuation
I-
officer going out.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So
and then
I'll
did
get
you
back
go
on
over
his
to the
case
flats?
Yes.
Flying.
Flying. Yeah.
I already knew.
Flying. There was tradesmen on site, obviously, but there was no one specifically that could give me like a full update of what's
Yeah.
going on. So I need to sit there and go through my old pictures to them, and so I can give you an update today.
Does it look like there's
I'm gonna
loads
ring
more?
Nick- Yeah, loads more. Flat one, the main section is, there's one wall left to be plastered. That's completely done. Flat 3 is completely plastered. The bedrooms in flat 4 plastered. Flat 4, the kitchen, living space, there's one wall left to be plastered, which is by the window, which they're boxing in today. The guys was downstairs boarding flats 2 and the bathroom, so that's all being boarded out. All the ceilings are
what's the
done.
new bathroom like, the one that we created in the top flat, the duplex?
Yeah, so the skylights are going in there today. The
Really?
guys fitting the skylights in, the two.
How many
two
skylights
hatches.
is it having?
2.
That's going to look
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. It's all studied out. They're putting the skylights in, and then it'll be ready for boarding. And then.
Okay. And that's all you've been turning then through?
Yeah, and I've been to.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Is that where you've been?
I've been there as well.
They've
I've
been here?
I've been to an. I've been to
Oh.
an. Yeah, I've just come off the phone
They've
to
been
AJ.
here?
Yeah.
So you've done your little round in the Midlands?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Are they doing good?
Yeah.
Slow down?
So a little bit, but it's coming to all the little bits like the decorating, getting all in the little corners,
Can
getting.
you point anything out in there?
Yeah, I've got a few things that I've clocked and I've marked down.
Send it to AJ directly.
Yeah.
Just send him a WhatsApp. He's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
But still look good.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
What I like as well is what you've mentioned in the past of all the floors are covered when you walk in. The work surfaces, they've got stuff on the work surfaces, but they've covered it all.
Okay.
So it's so nothing can get damaged.
Okay. Guys, see, you all thought Dan was just my security guard and driver. A lot of you underestimated him. Remember, there's a saying. There was a saying. I don't want to say the saying. I thought twice about saying the saying. But guys, just put it this way. We have eyes and ears everywhere at all times. Because when you're dealing with this much money and you're dealing with this amount of business, always have to have an ace up your sleeve. Now, was Dan my ace? Potentially. Hey! Woo! Woo! Ah, that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. My boy's here.
It's been a
My
while.
girl's here. Yeah, I don't want him to look at you.
Why?
Because he cries every time he looks at you. What? Say, every single time he looks at you, he cries.
I
Oh.
think it's the hat.
Oh, is the hat, is it? Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the hat skeleton. Oh, Chris!
Oh, my boy! Camera. We're back off out. It's not been the day that I needed it to be. It started so promising with all the stuff that I needed to get wrapped up. And then just like everything else in life, one thing or another comes up. So now, if you remember a few weeks ago, I talked about an LED screen that I had invested in that I wanted to have at all of my events because we're traveling around the country. So that one was a great one, but I got offered one that apparently is even better. So I put them side by side, and tomorrow I get to have my own LED screen that we've invested in. Remember, invest in yourself, invest in your brand. If you believe in yourself that much, it's very expensive. But I'm going to have a look at it again now, right now, just before, because I'm about to pay the invoice, which is a lot of money, for it to be delivered tomorrow to my event. And then obviously it's ours, and Phil needs to figure out how to set it up at every event with Duna and Ayush. And I want to say me, but if I touch it, it might break. It looks cool from what I can see. It's fucking huge. So we're going there, then we're going to check on something else, and then Daily Gang, back here.
Appreciate that, man. You keep going up. Right, yeah. Thank you. That, man. No problem. Go and do what you got to do, man. Thank you. Keep going up.
Listen. Do good things, and good things will happen. So, we just went to look at my new LED screen. Wow. You're in for a right surprise tomorrow when you see this screen that we've just bought. Sensational. Come to check up on this. I like the fact that they've done this bit here as well. So they've gone to the front instead of just the bricks. This looks really clean now. Really, really clean. And then we've got bags of this if you look.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nice.
Yeah. Right, look. Not even gonna pretend. I'm not even going to pretend. Whew. A lot of work. How clean all this is. Everything's been done. We're on time. Things are getting done correctly. What's the cost of this back garden, boys? Do you know the figure? Roughly 8. So I think this is about 8 or 9 grand for this back. I don't know the price exactly. I've got the invoices and stuff. So for £8,000 to £9,000, they've stripped the whole garden back. Brand new fence panels. I've got white trainers on. Brand new fence panels. I say I've got white trainers on like I wear any other colour. Brand new fence panels, both sides. patio, brand new patio. They've covered the front as well of the old brickwork with that white tiling, and then that's the back. Guys, what was the cost of the front roughly? £16,000 for the front garden, which has been completely tarmacked. It's had a block pave edging, and then it's had most of it cut off where we've had all the shale and stones put, or shale or stones. So it's cost us £25,000 to have the front and the back garden done on this property. I always tell people about gardens. I tell them all the time, super expensive. You've got to make sure you understand the cost of gardens. Now, this is going out to supported housing. Now, you're going to be like, Steve, you're crazy. The level that you've done it to. No, guys. People deserve a place to live, and this is a move-on house. So people who are in supported housing who receive care, this is when they move out of those properties and they go into the move-on. This is a move-on property. 3 rooms, 3 people are living here. What a house. What an absolutely beautiful house. I mean, it is stunning. This is like 10 minutes from my offices. That's where you can keep coming here. Going back to my screen. Invest in your brand. The screen is sensational. 125 tickets sold for tomorrow at West Brom. 50 tickets sold for Liverpool 2 weeks later. Just secured what date at Milton Keynes? 25th of March. I'm back in Milton Keynes. Is it the Hilton or the Hyatt? Hilton. The one where I was at before, that really cool room. There was me, Tej, Jason Patterson there. February, 2 events. March, 3 events. April, 4 events. That's without my tours, without my university days. That's just my education days, as in my networking education. Takeover continues, baby.